What's going on, guys? I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to show you guys how to install one of these Kuryakyn Hyperchargers on a 2008 Yamaha Vstar 1300. So let's get started. In this kit you will receive the Hypercharger Air intake, a gasket and vacuum hose kit, the mounting bracket with hardware, an elbow barb fitting, 7/8 inch spacer, and an inlet flow plate, and a set of instructions. But we don't need those. Tools you're going to need for this: a set of metric sockets, a set of metric Allen wrenches, Phillips screwdriver, and a left-handed metric adjustable crescent wrench. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to take these 4 bolts out of here, take the airbox cover off, and remove the filter as well. Those will not be needed for this anymore. Next thing you want to do is you want to pull these 3 bolts out of here, and those ones you're supposed to hang on to because you'll need them later on. Okay, after you do that, the airbox will be loose. Behind this tube is a breather hose with a little pinch clip on it. You want to loosen that somehow. You want to squeeze that, pull that back. And the whole unit pops off. It's just sitting on a peg in this rubber grommet down here on the bottom. Set that one aside. You will not be needing this part anymore either. You also need to remove this bracket. You need to keep the longer of the 2 screws because that'll be used to put the new bracket back on. Okay, then you've got this plate on the bottom of the throttle body. You need to remove the front screw of it. That screw will not be used anymore, so you can get rid of that. And it helps if you have a short enough screwdriver to get in there. Now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take your new bracket, your new mounting bracket, try not to drop the bolts. Okay, the screw you took out of the throttle body is going to be replaced with these screws. So you're going to put the first one in, just kind of finger tight. And then you're going to remove the other screw from the bottom of the plate. This is so you don't dislodge anything in the bottom of the throttle body. And you're going to replace it with the other bolt for the new mounting bracket. And when you're done with that, tighten them up. Okay, now you're going to take that long bolt you saved from earlier and the other shorter bolt that comes with the bracket. Shorter bolt's going to go in the front hole. Longer bolt goes back in the back hole. And you're going to tighten them down. Okay, then you want to take your throttle body adapter and your right angle elbow. You I want to thread that in so that it's facing back towards the motor. Fit your vacuum line over it. Put your little clip back on. Set it on the throttle body. And 2 of those bolts that you took out earlier, taking the old box off, go into the top 2 screws, top 2 holes. The third one is going to go through the bottom and through the new mounting plate. And there's a little nylon lock nut that comes with it that you're going to need a little open end wrench for to get on the back side to tighten it down with. Alright, the next thing you need to do is stick this gasket onto the surface of the adapter plate. And this is a universal fit, so it'll fit in a lot of different positions, but this way, that's how it needs to line up. So make sure it's clean and dry. Peel off the backing and stick it on there. Okay, next step is to take the hypercharger itself. You want to remove these 4 screws and this cover so you can get to the mounting holes behind it. It also helps to take these 3 screws out and remove the top half, the air filter, and this plastic ring inside so you can actually get to the mounting holes underneath. You also need to remove this plate and this plate to be able to remove the 2 halves. Okay, this is where the instructions get a little weird. They say to remove a cover off of a vacuum port on the throttle body. But I don't think these instructions are for this motorcycle because that vacuum hookup is not on this throttle body. So what I had to do is I had to run to AutoZone and pick up one of these little T adapters, because this vacuum line hooks up to the back side of the air cleaner to actuate the butterfly valves. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to unhook, I don't know if you can see it, one of the 2 vacuum lines on the top here, put this T in line with it, and then run the rest of the hose down along the back side to be underneath down here. Okay, after you get done hooking the vacuum line up, you want to take the back half of your hypercharger, and you want to put 3 bolts in it that came with the adapter plate. Now you do not want to put a bolt in this hole at the 10 o'clock position. That's a breather hole. So you're going to put 3 bolts in those 3 holes. Then you're going to take a gasket, set it over those holes, making sure to line up the vent hole in the back plate with the gasket, and then the same goes for the adapter. Now, you want to take this and you're going to screw it into these 3 holes here. Then you're going to take the vacuum hose that you routed and hook it up to the bottom of the hypercharger unit. And you may want to cut any excess off potentially if the hose looks a little too long. Then you give you this plastic ring to snap in to the center here. Again, making sure that the vent hole lines up there with the vent hole in the back of the unit. Now you put your air filter back in. Reassemble the front half of the hypercharger. And then reinstall your trapdoor cover. And there you have it. The Hypercharger Air Intake by Kuryakyn. If you guys got any questions about this, drop me a comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, see you guys later.